this to you guys because it's a part of my theoretical concept. I'm going to be doing a screen recorder over this. Apologize for my fan going off. All of a sudden it's 80 degrees in the Upper Peninsula. We go from like 30, 40 degrees to 80 degrees like overnight. It's so weird. So I'm trying to cool it down in here. I got the air conditioner removed. Rue's coming to say hi, everybody. Say hi to Ruger. How's it going, buddy? Anyway, what I got going on here is we have this pinky wrap. You are so cute. We have this pinky wrap here, and then you can grip this in your hand. Okay, then it becomes kind of like a whip. So stay with me. Let's get into the theoretical concept. I feel bad because I don't have any Easter eggs to play with or any powder bottles or anything, but just stay tuned. We're going to get into it real quick. So this video is going to go into a theoretical concept if you guys want to stick around for that. I know I've been doing that. You guys don't really seem bothered by it, but let's jump into it real quick. Okay, gentlemen, looks like we're good to go. I got my storage space cleared up. Give me 2 seconds. So on a previous video on Romans 13 that nobody's probably seen because that's just the way things go around here, I put up a theoretical concept on basically like a whip egg. I called it a whippet, which is really sad because there's a lot of people that abuse those things. 2 seconds. We'll get over there and then I'll get into the theoretical concept. There we go. Almost to 300, guys. We'll be at that Leonidas thing here in a minute. So the idea is basically like an Easter egg on the end of a carabiner clip, and when you smack with it, you intend for it to hit and explode. Or even you have a piezoelectric generator with some alcohol, foam pad underneath, and then it pushes out some kind of a powder. So I'm looking at 2 different designs, and I guess I'm just going to draw them because I'm kind of a crazy person. But just bear with me. I already got one drawn here. This one's got a fuse on it. It's a little bit silly. So ignore the fuse. We don't need that. Actually, I wonder if I can erase that. So I'll erase this fuse. But while we have this design here, we don't even need the carabiner clip. What I'm thinking of is leaving the original design and maybe have like a powder lid, you know, for like baby powder or something. Like right in here, like a baby powder lid. And we're going to have to draw a bunch of holes in there. I know it's not beautiful. I am so sorry for my artistic skills. But let's say that we just super glue like a baby powder lid. So that's at the tip too. Will that work on a force impact? If I just had a container of baby powder smacked with it, would that work for our metsobushi? Would it help our metsobushi travel out any better to have that on there? Is that a complete waste of time? Might be, it might not be. So good news is, and back this guy up all the way to my fuse. Let's get rid of the fuse. This is the original design. This is what I want. I call it a whippet. So I got this little bit of rope in my hand. I'm going to be studying how I can try to make myself a DIY Easter egg, and we're going to try to get this functional today. What I'm thinking of is an Easter egg basically detaches at the center. I don't know if that's how I'm going to do it, but what I can technically do is file down water bottle threads or something for that to pop off, or some kind of bottle where the thread's attached to the lid so that the lid's able to separate on impact. I'm thinking of, I don't know, a couple of Gatorade lids glued together or something. I don't know, I'll figure something out. I need some kind of a collapsible container that I can attach to this guy. But this is basically the design that I'd like to do here, with the 2 strands that you guys seen me open with in the video. So I called it the metsobushi. Oh, there's the explosive version. That one's going to be cool. I definitely want to do that. I was also thinking about, and I wanted to bring this up because I can, there's a shotgun marble, and there's also like a 9mm version that uses a marble. It's a riot grenade. I can't remember what they called it. They had it in this LA disguised weapons thing. And I understand the concern from the police. This is more gang weapon stuff. So they don't like gangsters using weapons to attack police officers. It makes perfect sense. Because they have a bad habit of taking stuff that we as patriots use for self-defense against them, and they use those tools on police officers. Anyway, long story short, as a patriot, I get to share this. Because, you know why? Freedom, America, disarmed globe everywhere. Crazy Nazi Gestapo wants to disarm the law-abiding citizens, and that basically empowers criminals to be criminals, and we don't like that stuff. So the shotgun primer is a little bit different than this guy's setup. Basically what you would have is, it's kind of dangerous, but I'm just going to shadow over this guy a little bit. We're going to have a shotgun primer here. We're going to ignore all this stuff on the inside. Or we're going to have a shotgun shell here. at the base, we'll draw the shotgun primer. Okay, you'll have your little brass area here. It's gorgeous, right? I know. Mad artistic skills. Yeah. I loved art in high school, actually. That's not a lie. I did really good in that, but I'm not, I don't have the hand for it. I have the eye for it. I don't have the quality for it, so I'm not all that good at the quality, but I do have the eye for it. I do love, if I can get something with simple shapes and stuff, or mess with art that people already have, I can definitely play around with some stuff and make the things that I want come to life. I always tended to do stuff like that. Okay, so we have our marble. Try to make it look like a marble. Huh? Something like that. Is that what a marble looks like? It's got that little bit of, maybe sometimes it got a little bit of yellow in there. I don't know. Something weird. I don't know. So that's our marble, or whatever. And then usually what they do is they have like a piece of tape over this guy. That's our poorly drawn tape. The idea being that when the marble hits, the shell goes off. So hypothetically, this could be a whippet too. Wherever you smack into it, the shell would go off. And perhaps we'd need our cordage to be tied around this area for that to go off. The downside is you have the potential of it coming back at you, so you'd want to hit it sideways. So in the background, I'm swinging around this cordage thinking about it. That's just another whippet that I was thinking about. Even as a rope dart, the downside is the projectile, like I said, is coming out this way. Hypothetically, we'd want it to go this way. But because of the nature of the design of the shotgun shell, that's the only place where you can put something on for an impact explosive, unless I was a theoretical genius and I could be like, well, if you hit anywhere here, or here, or here, it's all going to come out there. It doesn't work like that. That's just not physics. So, hypothetically, you would want something that would just cause injuries. So I'm thinking dragon's breath. That would probably be number one, which is just magnesium powder. You can get that from a fire starter from eBay. So this would basically become a rope dart flamethrower, if you want to think about it like that. Smack a bad guy, hypothetically, with a primer marble shotgun round. They do this with straws and 9mm with marbles on them too. But hypothetically, this would explode and you get magnesium powder everywhere. The downside to this guy is you might not get the powder burn that you want because it doesn't have a barrel to travel down. Makes you wonder, right? If there was a way to have the explosive force come out this way somehow with a barrel, it wouldn't work like that anyway. Even if you had a 3/4 inch barrel with an end cap, it basically turned the whole thing into an explosive device, and that's just dangerous for you because you don't want none of that shrapnel coming back at you. But either way, it's so extraordinarily dangerous. I think the CO2 cartridge version was much better. Oops, it saved it. Well, that sucks. Explosive metsobushi flail has been replaced by the shotgun marble flail. It's super duper gay. I'll have to take this video and take a screenshot of that so I can save that image for later. But yeah, definitely a thought of mine right there. Even as like a, I wonder if that would work as a bolo. If you guys don't know what a bolo is, it's just multiple strings coming off, and then you'd have multiple shotgun rounds. My poorly drawn shotgun rounds with, oh wait, the marbles, I got that on ass backwards and upside down. So, looks like a stupid octopus, but have your shotgun here. You'd have your marble back here. Looks gorgeous, don't it? I know. This is horrible. But yeah, you'd have a couple of these guys. And marble, I can't hardly draw at that end because it's just off screen. But yeah, that's kind of how it would work. Little octopus bolo, that way hypothetically it would wrap something up, and if it hit something it would explode. That's probably the better way to do this, so it's nowhere near you when you're whipping it out, because you don't want any of that shrapnel to come to you. So that might work out better for this, and even for the CO2 metsobushi thing. I wonder if I can, oh shit. We just lost that guy. Better to have something there than nothing, obviously. So I'm gonna get working on hypothetical theoretical I'm going to get to working on Easter egg version, so I can at least do the impact just using force to crack open an egg to make the powder come out. That's the idea that I have right now. So it'd be cool to come up with some kind of like, I don't know, even like some syringes with rubber bands that would shoot it out real quick. If I get effing around with this in my mind, dude, it always looks way cooler than I'm able to actually make it. Think about like a CO2 canister. If anything punches it, powder shoots out everywhere. You know, and then it gets really complicated. But basically, you'd be copying an injection syringe or something. And I don't know, imagine that on the end of a rope. I think I've done that before. I've drew up that theoretical concept. But this is something that I need to start working on immediately. So I printed off a very small mini version of an Easter egg. However, it's not wanting to fit together. That's okay, because I got tape. I got some cloves powder over here. So what I'll do is I'll fill this guy up, we'll have our little rope, then we'll be able to do a test. I'm not going to do two of them, because it took so long to print off one of them. And I decided to go after an OTF knife to try my jungle snot. Okay, so a little bit of cloves. I was going to do it on this side, and then I realized, hey, even though this bottom came off, I'm still going to have to bore a hole to fit my rope through and tie a knot in it before I put some tape on this guy. So that's what's next. So I'm going to take a screwdriver, heat it up, stab it through the bottom. Should be no big deal at all. Try to make a very small hole to match the diameter of my rope here. I think these will work really good with them little coin things that you get out of the machines at Walmart. So that's something that you guys can try too. You can get the jumbo versions. Same difference, it's a little snap container. Band of tape around this guy, I think it's going to work out pretty good. I put some hot glue around the bottom so I don't have any spillage. And nothing's coming out right now, so that is awesome. Seems logical if I did do this with cloves and metal powder and flour and bits of glass from a light bulb, all that crazy stuff that metsobushi is capable of being made into, and I went and cracked somebody. That this guy would be no joke at all, but we are going to test it out. We'll smack it against a hard surface and see what happens. Extraordinarily lightweight. Looking for a sharp corner I could do this again, so hold on. Here we go. That stick over there volunteered. Alright, see what happens here. Should just be a little cloud for you guys. Hit myself in the balls with that mist. Hit myself again. What is going on? Don't record when you're using sling weapons, dude. You look through the camera and make a bunch of mistakes. Okay. There you go. Big old cloud of smoke. That's about what I wanted. And the egg broke pretty good. And I have to find that top. That was awesome, dude. It's exactly what I wanted to happen. So that could have been somebody's face just immersed in powder. This is normal. It's a cheap egg. It's like a 3-cent print or something. So for something that's expendable and as lightweight as it was, I almost feel like I should have put something in there, like some BBs or something, to give it just a little bit, or even like one small lead fishing weight. But I am happy with that. Would definitely suggest the little quarter turn things that you get at like a laundromat or something, if they still do that kind of thing, or at like a grocery store. So very, very cool. I think it'd be effective, actually. So I don't know. What do you guys think? My final thoughts are, well, I removed the egg and the hot glue and everything, threw the bits away. My final thoughts are, I probably want to put like a large hexagonal nut on here. You know, just something with some weight on there, so that the egg is carried forward with the hexagonal nut. Maybe it'll break against it. But that way you're not just like disarmed after you use one egg. I thought about using like a carabiner clip so it could be reloaded. You know, and you can just clip it on, go again, clip it on, go again. And they make them quite small. So I would just have to figure out a system where you could like attach it or something. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't figured that out. I haven't got that far. So for the simplicity there, the metsobushi egg is definitely something that I consider you guys trying. Thanks, bye.